Hello and welcome back to Yay Basketball, the basketball game show. Wowee, what a time. We're still learning this live intro thing, guys. It's kind of a lot. Thanks for joining us today. It is, of course, October 16th, 2023. It's also Monday. It's almost always a Monday. Streaming live from the Yay studio, if you couldn't tell already. I am your host and producer, Michael Padilla. Along with me today, I have one sock, but not the other, Bob Aldrich.
I have nothing for that. That was a good one.
And the other sock, Justin
Yes! I was hoping!
Just came up with that on the spot. As well as a kind man, helpful when you need him, thoughtful, generous, good father, Father 3, Trey Dishner.
Guys.
I love how you clap for yourself.
Dude, he's clapping for the group.
Proud of
In front of
myself.
his microphone.
He's clapping for the group.
Glad to be back.
Let's see. I missed this banner. There's that. Yeah.
This and that.
That's the date. You already know our names. Thanks for coming back. We appreciate you. Comment if you're watching us live here on YouTube. We do appreciate it. If you're listening, on any platforms, appreciate the patience. Like I said, I was like, man, I'm gonna nail the intro this week. I'm gonna nail it. It's gonna be great. Oh, I'm gonna focus so hard. I screwed it up. I just
That's okay. No
pressed
pressure.
the wrong button.
No pressure. You're
Pressed
fine.
the wrong button.
Who
It is
cares?
what it is. All right.
Real quick, Michael.
Yes.
So 2 weeks ago, you had a punishment.
Yeah.
You drew it, and it was
Wear wig. I don't have.
wear wig. You have not had a wig up until now.
Oh, live on the show. My first surprise.
I was thinking about
Here we
that,
go.
actually.
Oh, wow.
What do we got?
Girls Night Out.
Yes, give me that.
Girls' night out.
Yes.
Girls' night.
I was curious if that was ever going to happen. I was like,
got
I
that
was about to,
Patrick
I forgot
Swayze.
something about it. No, I'm not going to wear the bow. that comes-
I wish you
on,
would,
bro.
but you don't have to.
I guess I can.
Yeah, there we
Let me get this
go.
going first. I'll put the bow on later in the show. We got to get.
You gotta take the shirt off, too?
This is great.
I'm not going to do that. Oh wow, it has sideburns.
Okay, Trey. I see you, Trey.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hang on. I got to figure it out with my
No,
glasses.
do your thing.
boy.
Do your thing.
I
Live
think,
your
it's
life.
I think it's a mullet thing, so you kind of have to factor that
It
in.
is. It's
I think it's the other way.
It's a Jerry
it's a Jerry
curl. Yeah.
curl situation.
Is it the other way? What is
Got
the
that
back?
easy E.
Oh my
Back
gosh.
is supposed to be a little
oh,
longer.
Yeah, I think that's it right there. So go straight on now.
is the back?
Just
Yeah.
roll.
Pull it down. Yeah, straight
Got
up.
it.
Yeah.
This is riveting podcast.
Yeah, it
Right
is.
there.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is it? I don't
It'll
think
work.
it is.
Maybe flip it. Flip
Flip
it. Flip it.
We'll figure it
man.
out.
This is the back. It has a tag.
Yeah, I like
From
it.
the back.
There you go.
He loves
it so much.
He loves it. He loves it.
I love that it matches your mustache. Like, I really feel like
It
that.
actually kind of fits. It actually kind of fits.
Wow, I didn't know Weird Al Yankovic was our podcast host.
80s shock jock Michael
my
Patino.
God.
I gotta turn
Porn
my
star
headphones way
Michael.
up.
Mine
Wow.
too, please.
I've already been said that this is wow. Okay. All right. Wow. Holy moly.
Wow.
So
What a
much in the
start.
first 3 minutes, and we haven't even gotten to anything. But honestly, this is the episode to do it. So good for us. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. As always, be sure to follow us at Yay_basketball on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. In case you haven't heard this before.
Add me on the ground.
Get me off.
Last week, we played quote-unquote stat match and broke down every team in the West with our full Western Conference predictions. It was a fun one, so be sure to check that one out if you have not already. Also, go to yaybasketball.com for exclusive YB merch. We've got mugs.
Always have.
We've got stickers.
Still.
We've got shirts. I've got a hat that I could put on right now, right on top of there. Wow. Like that. Love it. Yaybasketball.com for exclusive YB merch now. This is the basketball game show after all. So, Justin, before we dive into our first segment of the day, would you mind updating the listeners on our scoreboard and picks from last week, please?
Of course. Michael.
Yes.
You have launched yourself into first place.
I
You
sure
bet everything.
have.
And the Suns beat the Blazers. You are in first place with 3,800 points. And that's a great turnaround from the situation you have going on right now. Bob, you lost. You chose the
Gee,
Thunder
thanks.
over the Pistons. The Pistons did pull that one out.
Because they're at home, I should have known.
Should have known, but you are not in last. You are in third place with 2,450 points.
What?
I myself chose the Magic over the Pelicans. That was correct. So I am in second place with 3,250 big ones.
Good
hey,
job.
Trey,
Hey.
you're in last place.
What else is
You
new?
had the Cavs over the Hawks, and you bet 1,000 on it. You were sure, and I'm sorry. Didn't work out. Sorry.
Next time.
I'm gonna come
Next
back.
time.
You gotta come back. But you made a commitment before the show to stay conservative. Are you gonna stick with that?
I was just about to tell you I'm going to stay conservative the rest of the month.
No,
so-
you're not.
Well,
Consistent.
watch.
Consistency is what you need.
okay.
Consistence?
Consistency.
Hell yeah,
Excuse
brother.
me.
Real quick, want to give a shout out to John Anthony, of course, who is here
Hey. What's up, John?
joining us.
Bum-bum.
He's wearing his My Man shirt right now. Highly recommend. Again, that's yaybasketball.com for exclusive YB merch. Now, I do believe it is time to get to our first segment of the day, which today is high stakes. So high stakes that you can bet whatever you'd like, but the only thing required is your soul. It's time to bet your soul.
Welcome back to Bet Your Soul. I am your host, the Devil.
You look like it.
I was going to say, I've got a new haircut, so we be doing that down here now. Thank you so much for joining us today, everyone. Wow, what a riveting first 6.5 minutes. I'm the Devil. A new season is upon us, and with that, it's time to make some preseason predictions. But are you confident enough in your predictions that you're willing to bet your soul? So here's how this works, gentlemen. I will tell you the category, the award that we are predicting, and then you will go one by one telling me what your official prediction is, and of course, betting your soul along the way. Now, we will be keeping track of these for later in the season. God, what a silly fucking episode this is. I was just looked at me talking. I can't get over it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, all right. All right, we shall start with Bob. Who wins Most Improved Player?
I'm glad you asked.
Great question.
I'm
always.
seeing something, and Most Improved Player, by the way, I love this award because no one else does, because it makes no sense, because ultimately it started off as a way to, I don't know, treat a player who did something bad off the court, and then he did something great on the court, and then it's like, oh, yeah, he improved as a human being, so he improved as a player, historically. Then it kind of took a turn for, rookies moving into that second year, so it was kind of almost like a scapegoat, and we had a few of those, which I didn't love. Most improved players also are sometimes players who leave a team or are traded in the offseason.
Believe it or not, the Devil does have a schedule, so let's get to it there, Bob.
Ultimately, the fourth and the most consistent is a developmental player who stayed in the same team system for so long, a system confident in its championship pedigree, and a system that has Jonathan Kuminga in it. Okay. So most improved player of the year will go to Jonathan Kuminga of the Golden State Warriors this year. We're going to see a jump unlike any other. We were waiting for either him or Moses Moody to do that. We think Moses will be defensive. Jonathan will be offensive. Watch this explosion this year incoming. Jonathan Kuminga, most improved player.
Thank you for the yummy soul. Justin, who's
My
going to win Most Improved
prediction
Player?
for most improved player is somebody who's going to do it offensively and defensively. Someone who's going to do it all. Someone who's going to be the first option on their team the entire year long. Whoa. Didn't like that. Mikal Bridges. Having a whole season as the number one option for the Brooklyn Nets. He's going to really
I entertained
turn
that.
out to be really awesome, I feel like.
I thought about
And
him.
will show us flashes of prime Kawhi Leonard-esque behavior, being such a very good offensive player and such a very good defensive player at the same damn time.
I love that, actually.
What do you think of that?
I love that.
That he just said?
About Mikal Bridges?
Being potentially peak Kawhi Leonard level.
Showing flashes.
Oh, okay.
Maybe defensively, yeah, I could see that.
You don't think he can score 30 points a game?
Oh, yeah,
Not
yeah.
not ever.
But I see him
No,
more of
I
a-
do,
more of
like a Kawhi,
defensive
like-
player.
I do think he'll
29,
score. I
30?
do think he'll score 30.
Yes. So I
He'll score
understand
30
that.
in a game. He won't
Yes.
average 30 a
I
game.
think he's going to average 30 a game.
No, I think
Okay.
he will average 30
How
a
many?
game.
How many people did it last year? I mean, everybody and their mother averaged. My mom averaged 30 points a game.
Okay, you are.
Okay.
Y'all-
Okay, George Michael, we get it.
I think there was literally 3
I think there was
That
17,
averaged
and it's only going up.
30 points a game.
17 seems
Trey.
egregious.
Enough from that Michael guy.
My pick for most improved player is going to be a player that's been standing in the shadow
This
of
is ridiculous.
of another star. It's going to be one Tyrese Maxey, who's been
Good pick.
we've been talking outside of
Good
here, but it's a player that I've been seeing jump a lot. He's actually jumped up 12 points in the last 2 years in his average in points. Without Harden on the court, he actually has averaged 24.8 points, 5 assists, and 3.8 rebounds. I think he's the next star in Philadelphia. I think he's going to step into that role and fill in the shoes for Harden if Harden does get traded. Now, if they don't, I think, it'll work out. But, yeah, that's my pick for most improved.
Trey, I will say, I do agree with you that he's the next star in Philly because they're going to trade James Harden, and short after that, Embiid's going to demand a trade,
Yeah,
and he's
for
going to
sure.
leave too. So that's
I don't hate that
Yeah.
as the devil.
And I bet my soul.
Because those good. It was a binding contract. If you don't know, players that demand a trade, I've gobbled their souls up already. It's a deal. It's a deal with me.
heard.
All right, on to Michael.
Thanks, Devil. So my pick for most improved player, thought about this a lot, and I thought about Bridges. I thought about Maxey. I didn't really think about Kuminga. I think it's kind of out of left field, but I like it and respect it. But what I will say is I think that for me, I think it's a clear pick because I think there's a guy who had a down year. Our most recent memory was bad memories of this guy, bad thoughts of this guy. He did not have a good performance the last time we saw him, but this time he's going to be taking I think he will lead the league in field goal attempts. I think he has a strong chance to be leading the league in scoring, and it's Jordan Poole.
Oh.
Okay.
Reason being, the Wizards are garbage. Sorry,
that.
Justin. They aren't going to steal many more wins off of Eastern Conference teams. But if he averages 31, 32, something like that, which I think is completely within the realm of possibility.
Because your grandma did it.
My grandmother did it.
Yeah.
She's dead. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, she averaged over 30, so fucking
I miss her so much.
badass.
She went out on top, bro.
Damn, hell yeah.
I miss her so much.
Talk about kicking the buckets. You know what I mean?
All right. Anyways, he's going to make exciting plays, take the most shots of anybody in the league, and if he could just squeeze a few more wins out of that Wizards team, because it's him and Kuzma. That's it, right?
Oh,
Tyus Jones.
Tyus Jones, yeah, sure, but he's not going to.
Bilal Coulibaly? Come on.
Yeah, Bilal.
All right, guys.
Yeah, we know.
In terms of what I'm talking about, I mean, Jordan Poole makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that he's going to
with you
score
on
a lot, and I think that the rise from the last time we saw him to where he's going to be now makes a lot of sense. Okay, back to you, Devil.
Thanks, Michael. Bob, who wins
Yes.
Coach of the Year?
Joe Mazzulla wins Coach of the Year
Sorry,
this
I mean-
season. Yeah, one more time.
Real bad man.
Joe Mazzulla wins Coach of the Year. After the last few years of Celtics defensive mentality, Joe Mazzulla comes in and does trade away Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year. Remember that one time a guard won it? Anyway, I know he's not the general manager. Come on. But regardless, he's coaching a team that is lost a Defensive Player of the Year, but still has defensive identity. So this is a team that is still long on the edges with perimeter guards, Jalen, Jayson. You can argue Jayson Tatum's defensive prowess, but regardless, Derek White is an incredible defender. Drew Holiday is an even better defender. So you have people at the base are incredible defenders.
Yes.
What did they add? They added Kristaps Porzingis, who has such a depth of offensive weaponry on top of what they already have. They essentially got back to their basics and doubled down. Let's go back to defense. Yeah, we traded away Marcus Smart, fine. Put the pieces around. We're still a defensive team, but we just added firepower. And the best team gets, I don't know. Who won Coach of the Year last year? I meant to look that up, actually.
Well, I'm the devil, but I don't know. But maybe Michael can look it up.
Yeah, I
What-
can
was
check
it
on that real quick.
Michael Malone, or
Oh,
was
it was Mike Brown. Sorry,
Mike Brown.
for the Kings.
Yeah, so it's overperformed a team that shouldn't have been, or the team that eventually just won it all. So I'm going to edge on Joe Mazzulla this season, Coach of the Year.
You're gonna what?
Hey.
You know.
Wow.
You know.
Justin, who's going to win Coach of the Year?
As we just heard, Mike Brown won Coach of the Year last year. He won Coach of the Year last year with a young, overperforming Kings team. Who's going to win it this year? One, Rick Carlisle of the
wow.
Indiana
That's a
Pacers.
good pick. I don't actually hate that. I just thought you
Very
would just-
a young, fun team. No, hey, you need to watch it.
Can I just say real quick? I just assume that every one of these for you is going to go to a Nugget because you think they're the greatest team of all time.
I've never said any of that. So, Rick Carlisle, with the elevation of Tyrese Halliburton and the East not being as deep as the West, the Pacers could find themselves in a top 4, top 3 seed situation just because they're going to play a lot of games and win a lot of games in the regular season, and other teams won't take it as seriously. And they're also, I don't think the East is that great when you compare the conferences. So for me, if you go like that and you say, okay, a young team, they overperformed just like last year with the Kings. Pacers could be the Kings. Pacers could be the Kings of this year, and then Rick Carlisle, Coach of the Year.
Love that you said that because I said literally I said that last week.
Yeah, I as someone who has said that I think that the Pacers are going to take a big leap. What I'm about to say here in a minute is going to be silly because I honestly kind of blanked on the Pacers and I feel stupid about it.
Trey, who's going to win?
Alrighty.
Coach of the
So
Year?
this pick might be a little silly just because they've been in a lot of the bad news
free
recently.
souls.
But my pick is going to be one Eric Spoelstra, who has not ever won a
Wow.
Coach of the Year award. And
What?
the reason being is the Heat always find a way to make it to the playoffs, and it'd be one being Eric Spoelstra, Pat Riley. Even though they didn't get Dame, even though they didn't get Bradley Beal, I think Tyler Hero's going to step up. They still got Jimmy Buckets, who plays phenomenal in the playoffs. I think Eric Spoelstra is going to – I think they're still going to make the playoffs, and I think they're going to surprise a lot of people this year. So my pick's going to be Eric Spoelstra.
Okay.
So Justin, just for my records here down here in hell, who did you have again? I'm sorry, Carlisle, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. And
I thought you were coming for me. I was
no,
like,
I just wanted to
Trey,
have
can
to
I ask you a
wipe
question?
it all out.
Do you think the Miami Heat will actually take the regular season seriously enough for Eric Spoelstra to win the Coach of the Year? Or will they go play in again and play their way in and then outperform their actual seed?
It's a good question. I think they'll take a series,
Okay.
but we'll see.
I understand that question, and I give it a lot of credit.
Yeah.
I think that is a good question to ask. But I do think, though, that after last year's struggle to get into the postseason and kind of having to fight their way in, that they will take this year more seriously. And also, I feel, like I said a couple weeks ago, I think the Heat have that chip on their shoulder that's always there. I think has only gotten bigger because of the Dame thing. Now, do they have the firepower to back it up? No, but that's what Trey's kind of saying is that he's going to make the tool. He's going to make the old rusty tools, or not the old rusty ones, but the guys that you didn't know were good. He's going to make those guys 18 points per game kind of guys, which is why I respect your pick there as well, Trey.
I don't hate it.
Thank you.
Michael, what do you think for Coach of the Year?
Yeah, so a minute ago when I said, I'm about to say something that's stupid because it just negates what I forgot. Yeah, I forgot about the Pacers. I feel really dumb. And Rick Carlisle's a great pick, and it's probably going to be, it would totally make sense for him because I think they're going to take the biggest leap. But what I had written out before was, I don't see many teams taking a big leap. And some of the ones that might wouldn't be because of the coach. Like, I think the Suns will do well. I think whoever, blah, blah. The Lakers will probably do better than they did last season in the regular season, but it'll be because of LeBron AD and the roster that they have, not necessarily because of Darvin Ham. It would be because of those players, and I just think that the one team that I do think is going to improve over its previous win total by a lot, while maintaining a young core with yes, a star, near superstar, is the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yep.
And I've got them as a top six team this year. I think that they will be the Pacers of the West. It's going to be hard. We've talked about this, but I do disagree. I think the Mavericks. I don't see the Mavericks being competitive, and I think the Thunder are going to be. I just think that the addition of Chet, the improvement of Jalen Williams, Josh Giddey getting better, and SGA, even if he just does what he did last year, they have the tools to become a top 6 seed in the West. And also, because of that, and yes, SGA is amazing, and they have all these young pieces, but because they're still young, they're going to look at a team like that and go, oh yeah, Mark Daigneault.
Dagenhalt.
Thank you. Yeah, I've always mispronounced it. I'm just calling him Marky D. Is what we're gonna call him.
I like
Marky D.
So the Devil, you can have
hair.
that. Also, if you haven't noticed, I always call him the Devil.
Yes.
It's kind of
The
like the
Devil.
Ohio State.
Yeah, like the Pope. Yeah.
Crazy.
Weird.
Wild thing to say. I love it though, and I respect it a lot. All right, that brings us to our next one, which is going to be
Defensive player of the... Oh, I'm sorry. Sixth man of the year.
Oh. Who goes
Bob,
first? Oh.
Who wins sixth man of the year?
This one initially was a bonus because I was like, man, what? Who? Why? It's great. You're going to like this. Actually makes a lot of sense. The way I thought about it, just if you're going, again, to a new team, you have new opportunities.
Okay.
And you could do whatever you want. You can move on from most improved player or six man, even if that's your role. So if you came from a great team where you averaged over 20 points a game and went to a team that's top 3 in the East, do you still average 20 points a game if you're coming off the bench? I'm banking on it. Give me Kelly Oubre, sixth man of the year. Kelly Oubre. This man averages 20 plus.
Oubre. I don't hate that.
Kelly Oubre averages 20 plus in Charlotte. 25 almost, actually.
Wow.
And he gets traded to Philadelphia for what?
Yes.
A minor role? What, to play 15 minutes a game to score 8
more than
points?
that, I think,
Well,
but yeah.
to score 8 points, 10 points? No.
I've got him more than that.
His volume has to be much higher. That's what they're expecting from him.
Okay.
Of course.
So if he's coming off the bench, he's providing that extra to him. Oh, that's an extra salvo that, depending on what happens, but
Sorry, listeners.
it's pretty gross. That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to get at. Ugh. Grody. Kelly Oubre, sixth man of the year.
Thanks for the soul. Actually, that's a good pick. I might not be gobbling up that soul. Justin!
My sixth man of the year pick. This was late edition. I've got one, Joshua Hart. Frisky New York Knicks team overperforming on the back and the heart and soul of Joshua Hart. Makes all the right plays hard, does the really good stuff. So, I like Josh Hart, and I think that's what it's going to be. That's a terrible... Okay, you'll figure it out. So... yeah, I got Josh Hart. I think the Knicks will be okay. I don't think they're going to be amazing. I don't think they're going to be terrible, but I think he will play a pivotal role in why they're going to stay afloat, and that will earn him his spot as sixth man of the year.
Can I amend to this statement?
I like it.
Josh Hart's the man. I really
solid.
like Josh Hart.
Yeah.
In Portland, he was traded mid-season from Portland to New York last year. So there's already a chip on his shoulder being like, oh, I guess you guys didn't want me. Okay,
Orleans,
not
too.
using me.
Got a funny
played well.
face.
Yeah, he was.
Everywhere he's been.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's always been just discredited or looked past. Josh Hart, when he got to New York, immediately made a difference.
Everybody wants him.
Immediately made a difference.
Yeah.
So I love that.
Yeah.
You know what that feels like, Andre? Everybody wants you.
That's right.
All right. That's a good pick, Justin. I actually don't hate that. That's like a very logical
He's said
surprise.
all three of my picks this year have been good.
does he start,
I don't
though?
like it anymore.
I'm giving you props.
I know, but that's never what you do.
I know. I got one.
All right, Justin. Let me send it back to the devil.
Who you got?
Trey, you mean?
Sorry, Trey. My bad.
wait.
Alrighty, so
I'm all over the place, guys. I have so much to do right now. I'm freaking out.
my sixth
The
man
wig is
of the,
throwing me off.
my sixth man of the year is a player that's consistently played well when he's came off the bench. It's going to be Bobby Portis, who consistently averages a double-double coming off the bench.
Love
Milwaukee's a
doubles.
team that's going to be in the playoffs. That's going to be in the talks. So, I mean, that's a player that's going to be getting watched a lot and getting a lot of action. So, I think that's my pick.
I like it because I feel like the Bucks will be in talks a lot. They'll get a lot of shine, and
Yeah.
so having more of your players be a shine, then you're going to go, oh, Bobby Portis. Of course, he
Yeah.
should be a sixth man of the
Yeah.
year. Contributing to this big team that's winning a lot of games. I don't
Exactly.
hate it. I don't hate it at all. It's not as good as my pick, but it's all right.
For sure.
Cool. Michael, how about you?
Yeah, so this was kind of a throw-in. I don't know, the last-minute addition. I didn't have six-man on here when we first did it, and everybody's like, well, we got to do six-man. So, like, yeah, we'll do six-man, of course. And in my silly wig, I feel like that. As Bobby Portis sends the crazy eyes to me on this other screen.
looking at you.
Just so everybody knows what we're looking at. This is what I'm talking about. Thank you so much. So I'm picking Gabe Vincent. I don't know. Like I said, last minute, just kind of a throw-in. I do feel like he's going to be very productive for the Lakers. In a sixth-man role. I do think he will be the sixth man, unless he doesn't, and then if he starts, then okay, good. If he starts over D'Lo, then I'm picking D'Lo as sixth man. I don't know. Like there's just, I don't know. To be honest, I threw this together about 45 seconds before we started the stream, so... but
That's
yeah,
a W answer. Still.
But Gabe Vincent makes sense because, like,
Yeah.
he's going to have more opportunities off the bench for the Lakers than he did as a spot start for the Heat. So I feel like Gabe Vincent is fine. Trey, one more time, who did you have there? It was Bobby Portis looking at me all crazy. Thank you so much. All right, back to you, Devil.
Okay. This is getting exhausting, guys. I'm the devil. I've got eternity to relax, and still I'm tired.
The devil never sleeps, brothers. Remember that.
Devil never
Remember.
rests. I sure don't. Except I can actually get a lot of rest, yeah. Bob, who wins Defensive Player of the Year?
Oh, gentlemen. I've spent the last weekend watching a player that I never thought I'd ever see play the way that he does. And I can't even elaborate to an extent how unique and how big of a spotlight this gentleman has. The person winning Defensive Player of the Year is Victor Wembanyama. Something keep it going. It's never been done before.
It's never been done.
It's never been done before.
Sure hasn't.
History needs to be made. Give me Victor Wembanyama, Rookie of the Year. We're going to see stuff we've
Hey, buddy,
never seen.
we're talking about
Oh,
defense.
sorry. Yeah. Correct. Defensive Player of the Year. Thank
No
you.
one's won Rookie of the Player.
Yeah, whoa.
Don't want to get those
Whoa,
confused.
Bob.
Because they're different answers. Spoiler alert.
I
We're on the
love
same page, brother.
Victor for Defensive Player of the Year. There's just going to be a lot of opportunities when people are going to think, oh, lay it up. Mike, oh, here we go.
See you later.
And it's in the first or third row. It's going to be crazy. I'm very excited. It's never been done before. Victor Wembanyama. Well, I honestly, it's surprising it's never been done before. Are we that out of touch? Like,
I don't think it's.
I don't know.
I don't think it's out of touch. I just think that traditionally rookies aren't. Yeah, I don't think the rookies are just. They just don't have the immediate defensive impact that they're for most. It's futures. It's
things change.
offensive. It's all that kind of stuff.
So if most improved players can change, so can defensive players. Give me Victor.
Justin.
My Defensive Player of the Year pick is somebody that I've picked for Defensive Player of the Year before. Somebody who I think will win it for a second time. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah. So I didn't mention this before, but I do have each one of your souls already because last year, 2023 defensive player projections, just so you know, Bob picked Bam Adebayo.
Which could be a good pick this year.
And he was close,
Yeah.
okay. Giannis for Justin. So 2 years in a row picking Giannis for defensive player of the year. Trey, we know he's a big fan of this guy because he took him 12th overall, Rudy Gobert.
That's right.
And then maybe the juiciest soul of all, Michael chose last year for Defensive Player of the Year, Ben Simmons.
I sure did.
Yeah.
And it was a disaster. Did he play any games last year? Did he play
12?
12 or something like that? I was going to say like
Yeah.
15 or something like that. Yeah. So, and the actual defensive player of the year, of course, was
Jaren Jackson Jr. So sorry to interrupt, but 2 years in a row.
2 years in a row, and here's why. His offensive plate just got a lot smaller. He's got now a man who can carry the offensive load. And we can now see him roam and play defense on a team that I believe will be the number one seed in the East. And his defensive anchoring of that team will outshine what Victor will be able to do as a rookie in San Antonio. That's what I really believe. Somebody's already won it before, and spoiler alert, he's not going to win another award. So he's going to win the DPOY.
So you've got Giannis DPOY this year. So you're kind of hinging, just to be clear, as the devil, just to be clear, you're hinging your Defensive Player of the Year pick on his lessened impact, not lessened impact, but lessened workload on offense. Is that right?
There you have it.
Yep, I hear
Thank you. Thank you.
You know who's going to have a huge workload on offense? Victor Wembanyama. He's going to have to lead that team in scoring. So,
Well,
Yeah, but they don't have any expectations. The Bucks need to go win a title. How about for Trey? What you got there, Chief?
So I'm going with Evan Mobley and Victor Wembanyama. Obviously, that's a great pick. I just don't think he's going to end up playing the whole season. Rather that be they sit him and try to get a good pick next year. But I'm going with Evan Mobley. He finished third last year. He led the NBA in defensive win shares, and he was the big part of the Cavaliers' defense. They were number one in defense last year, and blocked up 1.5 points or 1.5 shots per game. I see Evan Mobley making a huge jump this season. It's a big year for him. For contract wise, I think that's the Defensive Player of the Year.
yeah, he needs
I
to bounce
love
back.
that.
Yeah.
I actually really like that pick, Trey. I might not be taking that soul from you. Mobley's got the potential. How about for you, Michael?
Thanks, Double. Okay, so yeah, Bob said pretty much everything I was about to say. It has never been done. For the first time in NBA history,
no, go ahead. Do your thing.
a rookie is going to win Defensive Player of the Year. Victor Wembanyama will make an immediate impact on the defensive side of the ball. He will lead the league in blocks. He will be an immediate active deterrent at the rim and be an effective perimeter defender, averaging more than a steal and a half per game. These are things that we haven't seen from traditional block artists like Gobert. What did we talk about Gobert a couple years ago when they got exposed in the postseason? The last run with the Wolves was put him on the perimeter and he's useless. Well, that's not the case with Victor. His hands are so active and he's so freaking long. Pardon me. Pause / resume. He's gonna lead the league in steals, or not lead the league in steals. He's gonna lead the league in blocks and be effective on the perimeter. Whereas we've seen a lot of block artists not be good on the perimeter. You pull him out of the paint. He's not that way. He's so agile, so crafty, he moves so well on the defensive side of the ball. But I think the biggest thing is going to be that he is going to be an active deterrent, as I mentioned a moment ago. People are going to drive into the lane and see him from 12 feet away and pass out of it. And that might not look like a lot on paper, but I promise you, for the voters, that's going to matter a lot. Do I think it'll translate to a whole lot of wins? Not necessarily. Do I think the Spurs are going to be incredible? Probably not. But he is going to have so many eyes on him right away, like you said, Bob, that is going to highlight. It's not going to be one of these rookies that isn't highlighted in every single, he's going to be on SportsCenter every game he plays. He's going to be on Bleacher Report, and you're going to see him on Twitter and all these freak plays.
To win it. Exactly. He has to win it, because if he doesn't,
yeah. But the thing is that I think he will be. I think
sure.
he is such an anomaly and something that we've never seen before. I mean, we all saw the Thomas Bryant reaction to the dunk of him standing outside of the restricted area, standing, catches it, dunks it over, and Thomas Bryant looks at the bench like, what the hell am I supposed to do with that? Well, it's going to be that, except on defense, because guys think they've created space. They cross him over, maybe they get him, and then they step back or something like that, and then they have the space, and then he's still there. He's active. He's going to be blocking threes. He's going to be blocking jumpers, fadeaways, and obviously a lot of stuff in the paint. I'm not saying he's going to be the best defensive player of all time, but I really do think that if you put him on par with everybody else, I think he leads the league in blocks. I think he's proficient in steals. I think he's effective on the perimeter, and I think because of the combination of those things, he's going to win Defensive Player of the Year this year. That is my official pick. And I also don't think it's insane. That's why when you picked it, I was like, yeah, good. It makes sense.
Exactly.
So
it's just not because of history.
I think it's just because it's Victor Wembanyama. Honestly,
here it is, the hype.
No,
Well, no,
honestly,
hold on.
hear me out. Because the Spurs, yes, he will have a great defensive year, but like I said, the Spurs aren't going to be. Greg Popovich is smart. The Spurs aren't going to go to the playoffs, win anything. He's going to try to get another player in the draft. So Victor, once we see what he's doing, I could see him sitting him. Honestly, I could see once half the season goes by after All-Star break, once they see,
really
watch it. I don't see Victor playing the whole year. And if he does, yeah, I can see them having a great year. But I don't, since the Spurs are going to be a bad team, I don't see him they're gonna look over that. And if they do give it to him, it's because it's this crazy player that we've never seen.
But
it's deserving. Yeah.
But it is also very real possibility that he is
very real possibility.
And
that
I think
he can make history.
I think both Bob and I are pitching that it is that.
Yes,
that he has this kind of impact.
Not far fetched.
And if I could jump in Friday, I watched the full game, a preseason full NBA game on a Friday night.
For sure.
I was happily watching
Spurs.
the Miami Heat play the San Antonio Spurs. No complaints, top to bottom. This game, it was so entertaining because the way that the Spurs used their lineup, running Sohan at the 1 to start the game, they had Vassell at the 2.
Branham.
Exactly.
He's good.
And then they threw in Chetty Osman, and then
That's a good pickup for them.
Exactly. Chetty Osman is
And they got
Doesn't
Jones
feel like
too,
it, but he's a
don't they?
veteran. Yeah.
it's a good flex. He
Yeah.
can do a lot of different
Trey
things.
Jones?
And then and then Bassie and Victor.
Yeah.
So it was a really big team right off the bat. Sohan, he's 6'8", he's your point guard. They're going to find ways to
Open them up.
they're going to find ways to score and actually be competitive and be good. Maybe a little more versatility than anyone expects.
I'm excited.
So
All right. Well, that might bring a little bit of. I mean, I don't know. I think this is also a fairly competitive category. But who
Wins Rookie of the Year, Bob.
this is the one. This is the one. This is the reason why this season is going to be one of the best NBA seasons of all time.
Yep.
Because it's the beginning of a decade and a half. Throw the devil on me.
I can't.
God damn it.
Sorry.
It will take time, but God damn it. Will it be the greatest thing ever? And we will see two juggernauts through centuries.
Yes. I've talked about it. Yes.
Your 2023 Rookie of the Year is Chet Holmgren.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yes, sir.
It's Chet Holmgren. It's Chet Holmgren. It's Chet Holmgren.
Headphone warning.
It's Chet Holmgren. He is starting at the center position, even in the preseason games. I mean, you're looking at this fucking OKC lineup is so disgusting when Chet can do his thing. I know there's a lot that's been said, but my opinion genuinely is that I did not believe the Chet Holmgren hype.
Yeah.
I think we can go back on the tapes.
Mr. String Noodle.
And I'll call him an uncooked spaghetti noodle. An uncooked spaghetti noodle. You look like if you bump into me, it's just going to break, in 100 different pieces.
He does look like that, yeah. They both do, to be fair.
They do, to be fair. I really do, though, believe this game that these battles, the battle in preseason that they had, that's only a preseason game.
And I want to mention
It's a preseason game.
the whole, how like Victor put his head down and like I don't think it was an intentional headbutt.
the headbutt? No,
but it was a headbutt.
wasn't
But the
intentional.
fact that Chet calls it out on
Acknowledged it?
Instagram,
Yes.
oh yeah, the headbutt is such an unbeatable
He's
move.
ready. He's ready
Yes.
for it.
This is gonna be a rivalry that we're
This-
gonna see for a very long time. I hope.
And by the way, we've only seen a preseason game of them together, and it's already the biggest thing. So Chet Holmgren, Rookie of the Year.
How
Oh,
about
Justin. Who you got for Rookie of the Year, boy?
Okay, guys.
He better be a...
Real bad man.
He is. Here's my problem, Bob. And if I think that he's going to pick who he's going to pick, also a problem with Michael. You cannot pick a man to win a more important award, to have him not win the lesser award. If he's going to be the best defender in basketball, I'm not done talking. He's going to be the best rookie in basketball. And it's not even close. The Chet Victor stuff, that was fun in the little preseason game. He has a one-off game. Victor is going to be so much better than Chet Holmgren. It's not even funny. Victor is going to win Rookie of the Year. Victor is going to average 25-plus points a game this season. Victor is not going to rebound enough to win Defensive Player of the Year. Victor is going to spend most of his time on the perimeter and worrying about offense because Greg Popovich knows he can coach defense into him later into his career, and that's what he's going to transition him into being. So Victor is going to come out shooting, scoring, and destroying the league with his handle, with his ability to do step back threes at 7'5". That is why he's going to win Rookie of the Year. It's because his offensive game is going to be so nuts. But if you think he's going to be the best defender in the league, I do not know how you can just logically say anybody else wins Rookie of the Year when he's also a rookie.
So are you picking Victor then?
Yeah, by a mile.
Okay. So Bob's got Victor.
Nope.
What?
Oh no, sorry, Bob's got Chet.
Bob's got Chet. Justin's got Victor. How about you, Trey? What you think?
I've got Chet. I've been big on Chet. I've been waiting on him to play since last season. And honestly, if he would have played last year, I think he would have given Paolo a run for his money for Rookie of the Year last season. If you're you're talking about Victor, who's going to come in and block, 3-4 shots a night? He did it in college, 3.5 shots a night. Last that we've seen him play. Or we've seen him play preseason. He's just as aggressive as Victor. He goes after everything coming to the paint. He's a 7'2", 7'3" dude that can shoot just as good as Victor on the outside. He's just I compare these players a lot, and when I look at other than the 4 or 5 inch difference, but defensive wise, Chet gives him a run for his money. Offensive, he gives him a run for his money, and what's going to separate it is Oklahoma City is going to be in the playoff run. They're going to be in the limelight. Yes, Victor's going to be in the limelight too because of the player he is, but I think Chet beats him out in the Rookie of the Year.
Better than beating him off. All right. So, Michael, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, there's a clear choice. It's like, I don't think it's going to be close. I respect Chet and Scoot and Brandon Miller, but it's going to be Victor. For the first time in NBA history, a player will win Rookie of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year in the same season, but not for the reasons that you listed, Justin, because a player can be one and the other. They can be mutually exclusive. There is a possibility that Scoot wins or Chet wins, and I think the reason that Chet wins is because he's already got the year of NBA development under his belt. He's already been he's traveled with the team. He's seen all the things that that's one of the things that makes it hard for rookies. That's one of the reasons that Embiid Embiid was so competitive in that first full season, even though it wasn't his first full season. That Malcolm Brogdon won it over Embiid. That's the reason the Ben Simmons Donovan Mitchell thing happened. It happens time and time again. You get a year off, and then you see the guy that has a full season of development with a full NBA franchise, and then they win Rookie of the Year.
Blake Griffin,
yeah, it's happened several times, and I think that Chet has that will be the thing that will get Chet to be right there with him. But I do think that the defense, I don't think the offensive impact is going to make as much of a difference in this argument as much as you might think. I think that Victor's going to be good. He's going to average, I think, probably 24 a game, maybe, which is great for a rookie, sure. But the expectations on him are so high and already are and have been since a year ago, before he even played his first game on the NBA floor. I just think that he's going to be so overwhelming on the defensive side of the ball and good enough on offense. I think he'll probably equal Chet's numbers and way better defensively than Chet, that it will be Victor by a lot. So I just think he's going to be making incredible plays night in, night out. And like we said, he's going to be on SportsCenter. He's going to be on TNT. He's going to be on Bleacher Report. He's going to be seen more than everybody else. Scoot is going to have to do a lot to be seen because Portland's going to be really bad. The Spurs are going to be bad, but Victor's Victor. The Hornets are going to be bad, but Brandon Miller's not Victor, and Oklahoma City's going to be competing, but he's not going to be the same role that Victor does, that Victor has and Scoot has, and he's going to be the third, maybe fourth option on that team. Yep. So I think that Chet will be a close second, but I do think that for the first time in NBA history, we get a Rookie Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year in Victor Wembanyama. Are we putting a lot of stakes on him? Yes, we are. But have we ever seen anybody like this? No, and that's the reason I'm doing it, and I'll do it time and time again.
Stakes.
Back to you, Devil.
Bye, Sarah.
All right, guys. Who wins the 2024 NBA Most Valuable Player Award? Trey?
All right, we're switching it up right now. Okay, so I am going to go with Jayson Tatum. And why I go with Jayson Tatum is the Celtics made the moves that they needed to make, getting Drew Holiday, getting Kristaps Porzingis. I think that's going to open up Jayson Tatum a lot. And I mean, a player that averaged 30 points last season, shooting 35% from the three, eight rebounds, 4 assists. This is a player that's been progressing each season, getting in that spot. I think he's the next player up, and we'll see. Why I think the Celtics are going to play amazing this year. We have another segment coming up, so I'll talk about that later. But I have Jayson Tatum winning the Most Valuable Player this year. Celtics are going to do amazing this year.
Okay. I like the look of that soul there.
That is the
brother.
W answer.
That's right.
Bob, what do
How
you think?
about you, Michael?
All right, for me, I think there's a clear-cut answer. I don't really know. I don't know. I feel like it's almost silly to pick anybody else. I get the arguments for everyone, and I understand why people would want to take anybody else, but the Nuggets are going to win a lot of games. He's going to be top 5 in rebounds, top 10 in assists, while averaging around 30 points per game. And more than anything, after Embiid's choke job last postseason, there will be a lot of votes that go to Jokic just to make up for not giving it to him last year. He probably could have won it last year. I think that Embiid should have won one of the prior ones. The whole shakeout and the way we look at it, when we go back in history and we look back in time, how it's going to be, I think that them not being even in the last couple years makes sense. But in the future, it's not going to be even close. Like, Jokic is not by far, Giannis is right there, but he is the best player in the NBA, and he just led his team to the title, and we felt the same way after 2021 when Giannis did the same thing. So I think that he's going to win MVP. He's going to have 30 triple-doubles this year. He's, like I said, top 5 in rebounds, top 10 in assists. He's going to play a shitload of minutes. He's going to be incredible. He's going to be Jokic. He's going to be a 0 on defense, but that's what he is, and that's okay. I think more than anything, this is a big conversation we had last year, is narrative. Oh, the MVP shouldn't be narrative-driven.
There it is, narrative. We waited until this long, 46 minutes and 20 seconds to use the word narrative, by the way, in describing all of our MVP or defensive whatever talks, the narrative-like thing. I'm sorry, I was waiting for someone to say the word narrative.
No, you're good.
Because
You caught
we've
me off
avoided
guard.
saying it 46 minutes in, and I'm impressed. Well done, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Avoiding the narrative.
Well, but that's what I was about to discredit. It was
Right.
like to think that it is a narrative-driven award. Like, you have to have, like, there is a story behind MVP. It's the most important individual award in the league. And yeah, do I think that Jokic should have won 3 straight? I don't think so, but I think he should have won last year and the year before instead of the first one that he won, because that felt like, I think that was the issue that I have. But anyways, so I'm going with Jokic. I see how other players can win it. I think a guy like Tatum is going to get his case brought down by a guy like Brown and the addition of Porzingis and the addition of Drew Holiday. I think a guy like I don't know. I mean, like Steph, I don't see it really happening. Like, he could have a great year, but I just don't see it happening. Anyways, I think that Jokic is, for me, the clear-cut MVP for the year. And if it's not him, oh well. But I don't think that it's going to be anybody else. How about you, Bob?
Who you got winning MVP?
Glad you asked, Michael. Great question as always, by the way.
Thank you.
Wow, look at that. Wow. Seriously, guys, I did not expect that answer from you, because honestly, there's a not well cut, clear, better. Anyway, I looked at my list and I realized, wow, Joe Mazzulla, Chet Holmgren, Victor Wembanyama, Jonathan Kuminga. I'm a bit of a freak.
Oh.
And this weekend was my nephew's first birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Don't use the word freak in your nephew's 11th.
Because I consulted my brothers about the pick as well.
You guys look identical, by the way. It's crazy. I saw a picture and I was like, holy crap.
Oh, if you saw the third one, looks nothing like us.
Oh, well, at least you and the other one. Sorry, go ahead.
At least the other one. But ultimately, the brothers you're looking for are not Grimm. They're not the Antetokounmpo bros. Oh no, they're the Jokic brothers, and I'm the fourth one.
If you can't see, he's putting on a tracksuit right now to match the Serbian vibe there. I love it.
There it is.
I should have guessed what it was.
Anyway, my brothers and I are going to celebrate with Mike Malone by the end of the season, hanging out with Nikola Jokic. You do not go 10-1 in the playoffs when Jayson Tatum is struggling to get through 7 games against the Heat. The Nuggets crushed the playoffs. Jokic looks incredible already. He's in mid-season form in preseason, just throwing up shots. Gentlemen, it's Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
My brothers.
Brothers.
My brothers. My brothers. We are winning this.
I love it. All right, Justin, you told me you needed to go last. So.
Well, I didn't see this from my co-host.
Oh, yeah, I already knew that. Yeah.
I really didn't see
I
it.
knew this was what you were going to
Already know.
Because Tatum is not going to have any semblance of an argument for MVP.
Not any semblance of an argument.
I'm not done
That's
talking.
silly.
So he's not going to have it because his team is too good. He's got too much help on his team.
If he scores 30 points,
Even if he scores 30 points. Sorry, because I'm sorry. Does he have to play as much defense as other teammates? Does he have to score
play
as
more
much?
defense than Jokic does.
Does he have to pass? Does he have to do all the other things? He doesn't have to do as much for his team as Jokic has to do for his team. Can Giannis win MVP? Absolutely not. Damian Lillard is going to take all that offensive plays off of his plate, and the voters are going to go, hey, you've got too much help. You've got a top 76 player of all time on your team. You've got too much help. Hey, Embiid, no one's given him a vote this year. He was a crybaby last year. Shouldn't have won that one. So they're going to go, I don't think so, right? It's obviously going to be Jokic. The dude averaged 24, 11, and 9. And he really averaged 24.5, 11.8, and 9.8. He's going to come out this year. He's going to average a triple-double this year. Not only is he going to average a triple-double, they're going to have the first seed in the West. And he's not a 0 on defense. He's an average league defender. And he's obviously the best offensive player in the league. And it's not even close.
Damn.
I want him to win it.
Sure, he's not only
think
going
he will,
to he's going to do that because he's going to be the most efficient player in the league. He's going to be the best passer in the league, and he's going to be a top 3 rebounder in the league and a top 10 scorer probably in the league. What are we talking about?
But
to
he
say
did that last
To say
year.
he's not far and away the best player in the league to me is insane. But I'll let it go.
True.
It's not far and away
fed-
because you just said he's an average he's a league average defender. So
Well, and he
that's the
did
reason.
all that last year.
And
then
your
got to
pick
beat.
for defensive player of the year is the reason that he's not far and away the best player in the league because Giannis is exceptional on offense and
He's not exceptional on offense.
He's exceptional on offense.
He's very one-dimensional and he can't pass the ball.
Can't pass the ball is insulting. And the other thing is he's so much better than Jokic on the defensive side of the ball. That's not remotely close. All right, one more. Let's get to it.
Who wins the 2024 NBA title? Bob.
Keep this one a little bit quicker than I have been. Thanks, listeners and viewers alike. I think it will come down to that man right there, Jayson Tatum. And I think he will lead Boston to a 7-game series against the Denver Nuggets. So, give me Boston over Denver, 7 games. Do you need me to indulge? Because I can.
No, that's plenty.
Because there's going to be a lot of defensive prowess beating up against Jokic and changing the narrative in a Boston way that's very aggressive and over the top. The only likes of which have only been seen from a Detroit Pistons team from the 80s. You're going to see a really, 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 really tough Celtics team this year, my friend. I'm telling you. And, you bet your gabagool on it, too.
All right, Justin, we already know you're taking the Nuggets, but tell us why.
I am taking the Nuggets. Hey, Bob, I'll go with you down this little fantasy land you have with the Celtics making the finals and placing the Nuggets, right? Last year, Jokic was up against a defensive player of the year and another 7-footer in the Minnesota Timberwolves. He then faced, DeAndre Ayton, pretty good center, right? He's not a terrible center. No, terrible center hurt, okay. But then what did he face? Anthony Davis, and no one had a damn answer. So the Celtics aren't going to have an answer. Kristaps isn't the answer. Oh, he is? Because Al Horford's also not the answer. There is no answer to this man that we've seen yet, right?
Kristaps
Could there
is.
be a magical answer? And
Kristaps is.
Okay. It's insane to me that I think there's anybody that you could pick instead. They are obviously the favorites. They're a team that has had the least amount of movement in the top ranking teams in the hunt for the title. They haven't changed over
I hate
very
that you
big players.
Don't think Bruce Brown and Jeff Green aren't big players for them.
They're not big players for them. Jeff Green was a net negative in the finals. You can look it up. And Bruce Brown can get definitely covered up by, Reggie Jackson or Michael Porter Jr. improving or Jamal Murray improving or Aaron Gordon being fine. I'm sorry, but you guys at the Celtics changed out your lead guard and your heart and soul of the team. And you think plug and play, no problem. I'm sorry.
Hey, you
the
added
Bucks,
a better version of that guy.
Lead guard is Jaylen Brown.
All right.
okay.
added a better-
The guy
you
who
added a
can't original with his
version
left
of that
hand.
guy.
What are we talking about,
That's a
guys?
meme.
It doesn't make any sense how you're talking about a one team removing guys and then subbing in, but it's like the Nuggets didn't replace Bruce Brown with anyone better. The Celtics did.
But
so that logic
The
doesn't make any
Nuggets
sense.
didn't lose their lead guard, right? Did the Bucks? They did. And they had to
They
replace
did.
him with somebody else. So
And
you
he
gotta-
plays
so-
for who?
So you have to build
The
chemistry.
Celtics.
And then, oh wait,
Yeah.
Hey,
All
did you
right.
trade away the guy, the
right.
heart and soul of your team, the
Trey.
defensive player of the
Okay,
year?
hey. All right, let me take this from here because Justin's freaking out over there.
Yeah.
It's going to be the Celtics. Like Bob said, Jayson Tatum's going to lead them. You're saying that the Celtics gave up their lead guard, Marcus Smart, who Drew Holiday has been underrated, looked over, just as good of a defensive player, better offensive player. He shot better than Dame from the three-point line from the last 3 seasons. This is a great player that the Celtics got. I think it's without a question they're the favorites, the Celtics, with the moves that they made with Kristaps, with Drew. They upgraded. Like, how can't
I agree.
this team, like, out of the East, this team is the favorite, and they will beat
They
the Nuggets.
probably won't. They probably won't be on paper.
Thank you, Trey.
Like Vegas wise, they probably won't be on paper.
Okay, well, I will say it
But
right
I-
here. They
I
will
agree.
be the champions this year, and the main reason will be the leading, the highest paid player in the NBA, Jaylen Brown, who I hate on all the time, and Jayson Tatum. So yeah.
I mean, I agree. I have the Celtics as well. They got better, and they were already 1 game away from the finals. They added star power, which will alleviate some of the pressure on Tatum and Brown throughout the regular season. Tatum has something to prove. Brown finally got paid. Porzingis wants to win, and Drew brings, like Justin said, is so valuable a couple weeks ago, championship pedigree to a team that hasn't won in almost 16 years ago. 16 years. So I'm not saying it's clear cut. I'm not saying, oh, they're by far the favorites. I'm not doing any of that. I think my pick is the Celtics because I think they have the best roster, led by a coach who learned a lot in this past postseason, and I think that their run through the East will be easier until they get to the Bucks, because I don't foresee the Heat being the surprise juggernaut that they were in last year's postseason. So I think that it's the Celtics. I think that they're going to be led by Tatum, and that is what I have to offer you, Devil.
Can I name one other player? Just
Sure,
real
go
quick?
for it.
We always overlook Derek White.
Yes.
Phenomenal defensive player.
Incredible.
That
Could make up for a lot of Marcus
locks
Smarts.
up
Yes.
a lot of good players on other teams.
100%.
All right. Okay, well, we're nearly an hour in, and we have yet to get to our first game, which is the only game. But
We're gonna get to it anyways. That was Bet Your Soul, and now it's time to do Free Agent Frenzy. Yeah, it's Free Agent Frenzy. Gosh, these intros for these things are hard. In this game, you will operate as GMs of your very own NBA franchise. Every player in NBA history is a free agent. Each round, there is a rule about the players that you may sign. I will start by signing a player that fits the rule. You will attempt to sign one NBA player that fits the rule for the round. If the player that you choose fits the criteria of the round, I will tell you may sign that player, giving you information on the rule for the round.
Cool,
you may
bro.
only guess during your turn, and the first person to correctly guess the rule of the round gets 200 points.
Wow.
I think we might have changed that, but
No,
okay,
let's do
sure.
it.
Yeah, let's do it. If none of you can guess the rule, then I receive the points for that round. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay.
We have no choice.
Pick one between 1 and 10,000.
10,000.
Woof. 610?
420.
It was 750. Bob gets to go first. Would
Glad
you
I
like?
went
You want to go last, though, right?
Always.
Yes, in this game, you want to go last for info. I'm going to start with signing James Harden, Justin.
May I draft Chris Paul?
Yes.
May I draft Clint Capella?
Yes.
May I draft Paul George?
No.
Okay.
Justin.
May I draft John Wall?
Yes.
Are these Houston Rockets players?
No.
Who was the player?
What? Player.
Never mind.
What?
Forget I said that.
Okay,
May I
well-
draft PJ Tucker?
Yes.
Are these I'll keep going.
Bob.
You had me there, Trey.
I know what you're thinking, Justin, but
Go
you
ahead.
just
Yeah, I
weren't
know.
accurate enough.
He threw me off too.
May I draft Hakeem Olajuwon?
Yes.
Are these players traded to the Rockets?
No.
May I draft Tracy
Oh,
McGrady?
he's out. Yes.
Are these players who have played for the Houston Rockets?
Yes. Former Houston Rockets players is the.
Let's go! I need those points.
Yes. To be clear, that's why I said I know you were frustrated. I saw it on your face, but you said Rockets players, not former Rockets players or used to play for the Rockets or whatever he said. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it is the way it is. Also, he's in last place, so who cares? Okay. On to round 2. Trey will start this time, and I'm going to start with Draymond Green.
May I draft Monte Ellis?
No.
May I draft Nikola Jokic?
No.
May I draft Jaren Jackson Jr.?
Yes.
Are these defensive players of the year?
Bam! He comes back
Well
with a
done.
vengeance. Defensive players of the year.
I went
Good
to second
one.
round.
I was thinking Michigan State.
I went to
players.
second-
I
went to
just
second
caught a
round.
glimpse of what I look like right now. Bob and I are in a
incredible.
different world. Bob and I are in a different world than you guys. If you're not watching on YouTube, please check out the YouTube.
You're
It's
missing
good.
out.
This is, you are missing out. Okay, let's get to it. Round 3 here. I'm going to start with Christopher Paul. And it's to Trey to start.
Nope, it's Bob.
It's Bob to start, actually, in case you didn't know.
May I draft Anthony Davis?
No.
May I draft Paul George?
No.
May I draft JJ Redick?
No.
May I draft Steph Curry?
No.
May I draft Ish Smith?
Let me double check because
I don't know, but these ones are fun to me.
Who was the player?
Ish Smith. Oh, the original player? Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Chris Paul.
No.
No.
May I draft Jason Kidd?
No.
Shoot. May I draft?
John Anthony says Michael looks straight out of an Austin Powers movie.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. Give me Derek White.
No.
May I draft DeAndre Jordan?
Double checking. No.
May I draft Danny Granger?
I'm glad you're trying.
Your boy.
I'm glad you're trying.
May I draft
Wait,
Thomas?
who
Sorry,
the hell are you?
Sorry.
What the?
Sorry.
Who do you think you are?
Sorry.
This is the most ridiculous episode we've done in so long. I love it.
Anyway,
Our last one before the season starts.
interrupted. May I draft John Stockton?
No.
May I draft Thomas Bryant?
What?
I'm double checking this one.
People whose names start with 2 first names?
You may not. And Bob started this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Trey.
May I draft Bradley Beal?
You may.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Bob.
May I
I was
draft?
just about to give you a hint, but that might be the one you need.
May I draft Jordan Poole?
You may. Would you like to guess? It might not come back to you.
I would like to guess.
What's your guess?
These are players the Wizards traded for.
Justin.
May I draft Kristaps Porzingis?
Yes.
Since apparently you have to be very specific. Are these players
Not necessarily. Not this time. He was close.
involved in trades with the Wizards?
No, it has nothing to do with the Wizards. Trey, one pick, one guess.
One pick, one guess. Okay. May I draft?
I
got it. Yep.
Oh man, I'm trying to think of the guy's name.
Shout out to Jordan and Amaya. Jordan says Amaya was here.
What up? May I draft? Who else came over here with them? Man, I can't even think of. I'm just gonna.
Johnny.
Has nothing to do with the Warriors, Michael just
No.
said.
I'm not thinking of the
Wizards.
Warriors. It has to do with the Wizards.
No, it doesn't. He
Both
just said it doesn't have to do with the
W's.
Wizards.
I never said that. I just, you guys were both wrong.
Trust me.
You literally actually said that.
Yeah,
Oh,
he did.
I don't remember
All
that.
right,
the
may,
tape.
may I trade
Rewind it.
Kyle Kuzma?
Would you say? You want to trade Kyle Kuzma?
Or no, not trade, draft.
No.
Okay.
No.
Is this players?
They were so close. I'm just giving you help. They were so close.
You're not supposed to do that this
I know.
month.
No. I know that these. I want to word it right because I know that.
Holy shit. Shout out to Cactus.
Can I?
Cactus!
Long time no see, buddy. We missed you.
Oh, these players involved in trades with the Wizards.
He just said that.
okay.
Change your question.
Okay. Are these players traded from the Wizards?
Dog. Okay.
No. Okay.
All right.
Oh,
No more.
I know Chris Paul was on the Wizards. I
Can
just
I-
don't know how to word it.
Go ahead.
Simply
Just
players
traded.
traded
Chris
this
Paul
offseason.
Players traded
Just
this
traded.
offseason. Yes,
Cool.
no. Yeah, like I said, it's
fine.
I understand how you might want to be go specific because of the retired Horn or the former whatever.
I blame you.
And
I
he
blame
went
you.
to the Wizards, didn't he?
Who?
For a second. Chris
Here's
Paul?
the next one.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm starting with
That's why I thought
Kyrie
that.
Irving, and it's back to Justin.
May I draft Royce O'Neal?
Yeah, check that.
I gotta check that.
No.
Okay.
May I draft Grayson Allen?
No.
May I draft Steph Curry?
No.
May I draft Daniel Tice?
No.
May I draft Mikal Bridges?
No.
May I draft Killian Hayes?
No.
May I draft Tyson Chandler?
I believe so, but I'd like to double check for you.
You take your time.
You may.
Okay.
Hold on now.
Oh!
Hold on.
Don't lie to me.
Oh, brother. Hey, brother.
Don't lie to me, Charlie Wilson. Don't do it.
There's an endless road to. You may take Tyson Chandler.
Ooh. Interesting.
May I draft Dirk Nowitzki?
No.
May I draft Grant Williams? No. Okay.
No, you may not.
May I draft Steve Nash?
No, no, you may not.
May I draft Andrew Wiggins?
No, you may not.
That's a good guess.
Oh! What's yours?
May I draft PJ Tucker?
Checking. Don't believe so, but I will double check just for the sake of you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. It's always this way instead of the other way. No.
Okay.
You may not.
May I draft Dorian Finney-Smith?
No.
I don't even know anymore.
May I draft LeBron James?
No.
May I draft?
You act like we're supposed to know.
May I draft Blake
I'm just
Griffin?
random good.
No.
May I draft Kevin Durant?
No.
So Tyson Chandler has been the only one that he's.
Yeah. Well, and I gave you the first one, but
Well, Kyrie Irving. Yeah.
put it in the comments who you think it is.
So
John Anthony has a theory.
We can't see
yeah,
the
I was
chat.
thinking
I know.
one, but
It's wrong.
that threw that off each time.
You're wrong.
May I draft? Jayson Tatum.
No.
May I draft Luka Doncic?
No. One pick, one guess for each of you.
May I draft James Harden?
No. Might as well guess.
I mean, is this players that have shot at basketball?
Okay. No. Trey.
I
You
have
guys
no
really
idea.
didn't make much ground. I was gonna
Yeah,
give you
no
I was,
idea.
I was gonna give you another another hint.
You want to
but
give me
we're-
a hint?
No, not you. We've missed it.
Come on,
now.
I'll get it.
No. No.
No.
He said no.
No.
All right. May I draft? May I draft Delonte West?
Yes.
Okay. Are these players
Oh!
have played for the Cleveland Cavaliers? Nope. No.
My
What?
God. Oh my goodness gracious! I can't believe that.
Oh my God.
That have played for LeBron?
Bob.
It's me.
Oh,
Actually,
So you said essentially former players of the Cleveland Cavaliers, right?
pretty much is what he said.
I'm gonna go with Cleveland Cavalier draft picks.
Oh
I'm
my
dead.
God.
Nope, I'm dead.
He's giving me free
No,
points.
it's fucking it's teammates of LeBron
I know.
James.
Guys that have played with
I
LeBron.
know. I knew that.
look at
I
that.
thought you had it after I missed it.
Shit.
How did you
See,
drop that?
I was so
Holy
set in, I was set in my ways.
How did you drop that?
all right.
I was
It's all
set in
right.
my ways, and then you
It's
say
all
that,
right.
and you
I
say something
handed
about
it to
LeBron.
you.
And I'm like,
He literally
oh, no,
said,
that's not
"Oh,
it.
it's former
Oh, that's
LeBron
not
guys."
it. I'm like, no way.
Holy moly.
I handed it.
I was so
Guacamole.
stuck in Mavericks land that it wasn't funny.
I thought it was
Exactly. It's frustrating.
I thought it was first
clicked.
round picks or first picks too.
All right,
No.
next round.
Tyson Chandler.
It's Trey starting,
First overall picks?
and I'm taking
It was the first overall pick.
Marcus Smart.
You're right. All right. Can I draft? Can I draft Jaren Jackson Jr.?
No. Oh, sorry. Yes.
All right.
Jesus. Yes, you may.
Yeah, I'm gonna just guess.
Okay.
Because they're gonna get it.
Okay.
Are these defensive player of the years?
No.
Well done, Trey. Fucking baited you.
Bob and Justin.
Gotcha.
It was,
Yeah, go first.
it was the poker face.
May I draft?
Draft.
This white hoodie almost looks like a button down, and so
know.
it like,
So
makes
close.
this so much better.
It's so much better. May I draft Tyus Jones?
No.
May I draft Derrick Rose?
Yes.
These players. Oh, I don't know that he was traded. Players on the Memphis Grizzlies currently.
Yep.
Hey!
You got it.
It's as
very
simple as
straightforward.
that.
Yeah,
God
exactly.
dang.
200 points to you, Justin. Good
Incredible.
job. 400 for the game. Well done. Proud of
Thanks.
you. Last one, and let's make it a good one because it's our last one, like I just said. And then we got to wrap
right.
up with props to you and have a little bit of fun. Joel Embiid. Bob starts.
May I draft? Oh, gee, I don't know. Nikola Jokic.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
May I draft Michael Jordan?
No.
May I draft Dwight Howard?
No.
May I draft DeAndre Ayton?
No.
May I draft Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Yes.
These Are these MVP winners?
Nope.
In the
To Trey. Unless you were going to take a dramatic left turn at the end of that sentence, then no, you were wrong.
Oh man, may I draft Hakeem Olajuwon?
No.
Nope.
Oh.
Sorry, that wasn't a guess. That wasn't a guess. I know, but I didn't accidentally.
I don't know. May I draft Kevin Durant?
Yes.
I'm going to guess.
Guess then, pussy. An hour and 15 minutes in, we start to get loose.
Where it go?
Bitch, it's MVP runner-ups.
Oh my god.
Oh, damn it.
Trey, one question, one guess, or Papa gets more points. Out here in first place, fool. Out here in first place, fool. Almost
May
finished my
I
water.
draft LeBron James?
You may. And you have one guess now.
These players have won the MVP.
God.
No, it's players that won the MVP before winning the title.
Jesus, no. No.
They all did that. They all did that.
No.
They all did
Again,
that.
it's very simple.
Embiid?
Our boy Cactus here has it. You can't see it, but it is 2023 All-Stars.
Oh.
200 more points
That
for me.
was the end of my original guess.
love that we've been-
MVPs who were also wrong.
2023 All-Stars.
Wrong.
God,
Also
we're
get
big
international
braining
MVPs.
ourselves.
Thank you for the input, Cactus. I will let you know, Cactus, our dear beloved Cactus Club, you are the first person to be watching a YB episode live and guess one of the games correctly. You got it. So proud of you. We always love you. There it is.
Thanks, Cactus.
Thank you, Cactus. And now that we've got all these points, well, I've got some points at least. That song's over. And here's
I
props to
don't have
you.
some points,
Oh,
huh?
hang on. Let me come over here real quick. It's always a thing. I have to come back over here and do the thing. Okay, props to you.
Come on, the leaves. Oh. Hey, Michael, you got all those points. You're in first place with 4,400 points. And you, on opening night, have chosen the Lakers over the Nuggets.
It might be a bad pick, but
It's
I'm
gonna
rocking
be.
with the boys.
How many points are you betting?
Well, considering now that I have 800 more than you, I know you're going to do something silly because you feel silly, but you also don't want to get last. So I guess what I'll do is give me a thou.
1,000.
Give me a thou.
1,000. Hey, Bob.
Give me a thou.
You've got your Warriors
Jesus
over the
Christ. My
Suns.
luscious locks.
You've got 2,450 points.
I'm so proud of you for not mentioning this wig before.
How many are
You
you
didn't even
betting?
hint at it.
Not
I didn't
even a
even.
little
That's
bit.
so proud of
See,
you.
look,
Proud of
you
I know.
surprised him on that again.
I tried to
We have
FaceTime you to ask
surprise.
about if you want what you wanted to bet for, and you didn't pick up the fucking phone. Oh,
Wait, when?
okay.
When
Earlier
did you
today.
FaceTime
So,
me?
Warriors over the
Didn't?
Suns. Bob, how
take
many
offense
points
to
are you
that.
betting?
I'm betting all of them.
No way.
All of them. Because
Oh,
I have to
wow.
prove Justin I did not miss a FaceTime call from him the other day.
Now just
today.
Just so everyone
Today?
knows, we are going
I've
head
nothing.
to head.
Brother?
So Justin is taking the Nuggets, I'm taking the Lakers, Trey is taking the Suns, Bob is taking the
time?
Warriors. So a lot of stakes today.
I am taking the Nuggets. I have 3,650 points. I'm betting all of them.
Wowee.
Hey, Ma. Hey, Trey.
I love it.
1,250 points. You have the Suns over the Warriors. What are you doing?
I said I needed to be conservative.
Yeah,
so
you did.
You're gonna definitely get last.
All of them.
What did I say? What did I say? I told you.
I had to be the first one to say bet all of the points. I did this on purpose because I knew I'd get you
You're
to go.
going down.
And the fact that I got Justin to go too. Let's go down together, brethren.
This is insane. He
go down
walks in,
together.
and the very first thing I said to him was, "Oh, you know, you're last place in the scoreboard." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be more conservative." this time." And I said,
Heard that
and I said,
before.
"Put it on wax again. I know it's not gonna work." All right, okay, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. We do appreciate it. As always, be sure to like, subscribe, rate 5 stars, share with friends, and follow us at @yay_basketball on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. Again, go to yaybasketball.com for exclusive YB merch. We've got t-shirts, mugs, hats, stickers, hoodies, all that good stuff with a bunch of great designs on there. So go grab some of that sweet Yay Basketball merch. Yaybasketball.com for YB merch. Go get some, please. We love you. We love you. Thank you for being here. Go get some merch. Bob, what do you got for the people, sock boy?
Well, I'll see y'all in Samba. I'll see y'all in Belgrade because let's be honest, These Serbian ties run deep.
Yeah, I like that the glasses were added later on, but I'm glad they were.
That's why they were here. I meant to add them on at the time.
Okay.
I forgot. Anyway.
All right. Justin.
If there's one thing I have in this world, it's a backbone. And that's great because today is World Spine Day.
He stole it from Trey. Wow.
Have a good World Spine Day, people.
Unreal.
Stay flexy.
Wow. What about you, Trey? What you got for the people?
Well, I know that we're coming up on a week away from the start of the season, but see, now not also is it Spine Day.
Oh.
It's National Sports Day.
Yeah, it is.
So we all did our duty. Now I need you guys to tell a friend to go get some merch. And to go do their dirty.
And now, and it is
their
like
dirty.
purchasing stuff.
Dirty.
It is
Do the-
also,
do the dirty.
it is national.
Quick message for
It's
anyone.
National
We will be
Supermarket Day.
taking next week off
Yes.
as you settle into the regular season being here with us. Next week we will be off. We've done our Eastern Conference preview, Western Conference preview, and our this episode being our predictions for this season in terms of MVPs and all that. So a lot to go back and watch if you haven't seen that. And because of day one EA basketball hosts George Savides' wedding, we will not be hosting an episode next week.
Congratulations,
So-
George!
Is that what you're wearing to the
Congratulations,
wedding?
George.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I think I probably have to. Yeah, I definitely. I'll be making a speech just like this.
Oh, wait, yeah. He has to wear a wig for
great.
2 weeks. I mean, yeah, technically, you
That's
do.
the punishment.
You
Yeah.
didn't say 2
Sorry,
weeks
man.
on the show.
I
You
think I
said
did.
2
Just in general.
weeks.
Pretty sure I said 2 episodes.
Sorry, George.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. We do appreciate it. We love you so much. It's going to be a couple weeks, but when we come back, so is the league. We miss you. We're glad to be back. We're glad to be here. We love you. Don't forget.
Yay, basketball.
Yay,